everyone. Today in our mains Samadhaan will be having a GS4 question, that is from ethics. So the question is, explain the difference between public and private morality with a suitable example. So the question is about, we have to differentiate between what is public morality, what is private morality, and then we have to give each example. So first of all, what are moral judgments? See, moral judgments can differ on two actions which are identical in all respect, but for the public or private nature of the context in which they are performed. So once you see the example, you will come to know what exactly it is. See, for example, if someone takes a loan from a friend in order to purchase something, it would be commonly regarded as natural. It's a natural thing. We take loans from our friends. But if the same thing, like it is identical, here we have mentioned it is identical in all respect. I mean, but if a bureaucrat takes a loan from a fellow bureaucrat in public capacity, and the borrower is in the charge of investigating financial fraud in the lender's department, then the meaning of loan would be entirely different. So here the moral thing is different. It may sound, the action may sound identical, but the moral judgments can differ when it belongs to a public thing or a private thing. So here the two different interpretation of the same action suggest the presence of two different sets of morality, that is private morality and public morality. So private morality governs transactions, that is give and take in one's personal affairs when the two parties are acting in personal capacity. Here there is nothing about from the government capacity or from a bureaucratic capacity. It is based on a personal capacity and on mutual understanding. So that is private morality. However, public morality invoke moral requirements and considerations present when one has a public persona, a role, public role or a public position. Fine. So private context is not only defined in personal or interpersonal matters, but also in relation to family, community, or religion. Similarly, public context is defined in relation to public interest, law, or constitution. So public morality is closely associated with politics, governance, market, while private morality is mainly associated with culture, with family, with friends. So this is how you have to define or differentiate between what is public morality and private morality. Now there is also a conflict. When they'll ask you about conflict, you can give one example. The conflict between public and private morality is the source of many moral dilemmas in public action. For example, despite of existence of law over daughters' inheritance of property, large section of the people in India consider family inheritance as a matter of private morality. Hence, they does not follow the law. For example, we have an act, 2005 Act, that is the Inheritance Act, where both men and women, or boys and girls, they are equal. They can take equal amount of the division of inheritance, right? From 2005, there is a law, but despite the law over the daughter's inheritance of property, large section of India, they do not follow this because they consider it as a part of their private morality. Fine. So this is also an example where the conflict between public and private morality also comes into action. So this is how you have to write an answer, that too in 150 words. In 150 words, with proper definition, proper example, and the conflict between public morality and private morality. Thank you.